For many people, it's not a good thing, Deb, but Australia has one of the most expensive housing markets in the world. Housing prices keep on rising, and many feel that they're locked out of the property market. Now, according to our next guest, it's possible to buy a house on a $35,000 salary. It sounds too good to be true, but real estate expert Zaki Amir joins us now with a good story to tell for lots of people who do feel locked out. What are your property holdings worth, and how old are you, Zaki?
I'm 36 years old now. They're worth around $4 million, and I was buying in 2007. And back then, just like I guess most, we tend to look in areas that we live in and want to invest in. But what I found is if you do something different that majority of investors tend to be doing, you'd find areas where you could be buying around $300,000 properties with a rental income of $350,000.
So we're not going to get a house at Bondi on a $35,000 salary. Where should we be looking?
Well, myself, 2007, I was buying in Blacktown, Penrith, Campbelltown, Liverpool, and all those properties in the 7 years have doubled in value.
Well, well done to you, because, there's been extraordinary growth in those areas. But where's the next wave going to come from?
The next wave for our clients at Dream Design Property are in Brisbane, in Logan, Ipswich, non-flood areas around the Gold Coast. And then we look at areas in Melbourne, for example, in Frankston, Melton, St Albans, Sunshine. And then we have Adelaide, which is Angle Park, Elizabeth Downs, and also even if you're looking at Perth, Hammersley and Morley are some of the suburbs.
Okay, so there's a wide spread of suburbs that you say people should target in all the Australian states. So what do we do on our $35,000 salary to make this happen?
Well, the way you get it in with the $30,000 is, one thing is if you're living at home, and that's another recommendation for the young ones out there, is to tap into your parents' equity. So your parents might want to, help the kids out. Another way is to get in with a 5% deposit. And with $300,000 loan or property, that works out to be about $15,000 in your deposit, $10,000 in stamp duty, and about $5,000 legal miscellaneous, totaling about $30,000.
How do we mitigate our risks as we delve into this? Because it is important to get the first investment right. It could stop the whole thing in its tracks if you were foolish in your first investment or unlucky. You could easily target an area that does not experience the type of growth that you've enjoyed. How do we become more certain about the areas that we target?
And that's one thing I recommend: positive cash flow properties. These are properties that are putting money in your pocket after expenses are taken out. Majority focus on negative gearing, and if they do lose their job, it's going to cost them money. That's a big risk.
So you're looking for houses that have a low entry cost but have relatively high rents compared to your outgoings, which for the most part is interest.
That's right. That's correct. And the other thing is also insurance. You want to make sure you have the right insurance, the landlord insurance, the tenant's insurance. All these things are there to protect you. So if something does go wrong, investing is a risk. It's all about planning.
Okay. And what sort of time frame do you think is realistic? People who are, on that low salary, who are just starting out in their careers, what time frame should they allow themselves to before they judge the success or otherwise of an investment?
I think in any investment in real estate, it's a 7 to 10 year plan. There's no get rich scheme. There's no overnight make money. It's a 7 to 10 year plan. That's what we say to our clients. You have to judge this in 7 years.
When you bought your first house, what was your job and what were you earning then?
Back then, I was working for a major 4 bank, and I was earning about $65,000 when I first started.
Okay, so that's twice what you're saying people can do it on. Can someone really buy a house, get a 5% loan even on $35,000 a year?
Most definitely. I've even checked the calculators today with the major banks, and it is possible based on a purchase price of $300,000 and a rental income of $350,000.
All right. Well, it's a story that a lot of people want to hear more about. So we do have more details about Zaki and that information on our website. You have a book also.
That's right. And this is a book I wrote personally myself about how I bought the 10 properties in a 2-year period.
All right. Dream, design, do. You've got to take that first step. At some point, you've got to jump in.
That's right.
All right. You believe that the future of real estate is good in this country? Because there's a lot of doomsayers out there.
It's a 10-year plan, and the amount of migration coming into this country, it's definitely a winner.
Okay. Zaki, good message there for all the youngsters trying to get a start, Deb.